With LR Baby being confirmed to be getting an EZA for Tanabata on JP, I wanted to do a showcase revisiting this guy and just talking about what his EZA could look like, because his EZA is very important. He is on a lot of teams, and a lot of really bad teams as well. So I think if this guy gets a really solid EZA, at least the solid, right? I mean, of course, you'd want it to be crazy busted, but as long as he's somewhat decent, he's going to be a very big help, really just to Extreme class as a whole, because he has a lot of categories, and a lot of these are really bad. Stuff like Giant Form, Revenge, Inhuman Deeds, GT Bosses, Crota Body and Mind, all that definitely needs the help. So I think, again, as long as this guy gets a semi-decent EZA, he's going to be very good on all these teams, because he also has a very good link set. He's linking well with a lot of Extreme class units, because obviously stuff like Thirst for Conquest, Big Bad Bosses, Metamorphoses are very common in Extreme class units. So that definitely is very good. But then he does also have Hatred of the Sands, which isn't amazing, but with a lot of babies up and coming for Tanabata, obviously they'll probably have this link, so I'm sure it'll work out. But just keep in mind that link, isn't really the best. So I guess with all that said, we can just go ahead and get right into the showcase. He is under a 200% team with AGL Ginyu, so he doesn't really work that well on this team, because obviously with AGL Ginyu, you want to run other Ginyu Force units, but I'm sure we'll get another 200% lead with him for part 2 of Tanabata. But anyway, yeah, he's got a 200% lead. We have some support on this rotation right here. We're at 252k defense. Pretty bad, right? I mean, obviously that's not that great. So this guy doesn't get any other defense anywhere else in his kit. So just 252k defense, and then that's it. Unfortunately, on his super attack effects, there's no defense there either. So, I mean, that's just it with this guy, right? So not the best, obviously, defense is a little lacking. But I would say, considering everything, 252k defense start of turn isn't horrible. We are going to get a 22 key super right here, so not 24 key, but still, obviously, a lot of support, a lot of links active. So this is a good turn for him right here. So I guess we can just start going over his kit. He does start off with a 3 key and 100% attack and defense buff, which is very good, especially for an LR giving himself that 3 key. Definitely very useful. 5.7 million attack stat, by the way. Okay, not horrible. And then he does get an additional 3 key and 50% attack when there's a Pure Sands category enemy. Obviously, we do have that activated right here because, we're in the Legendary Vegeta event. I guess that's not really the worst condition. I guess there's Red Zone Broly where you can bring this guy in, and then he'll get that activated, but you probably don't want to bring this guy in Red Zone Broly, right? He's going to get kind of destroyed. So I guess that isn't really the worst condition, right? Pure Sands. And then he has the exact same buff against Hybrid Sands as well. So if you're facing a Pure Sands or Hybrid Sands category enemy, 3 key, 50% attack. Definitely good, but just with how difficult events are in the game right now, obviously you're not going to get that activated that much, just because most of these enemies are difficult events. Most of the enemies are Extreme class, so it doesn't really work out that well, except for, like I said, Red Zone Broly. But I'm sure in the future we'll get some super class Red Zone stages, and we'll have a lot of, Pure Sands and Hybrid Sands in there. So I guess that's solid, right? And then that's it with his passive, right? That's it. It's got nothing else. He turns into the Giant Ape when conditions are met. So the Giant Ape is pretty good, right? I mean, obviously just some free damage, and then you don't take any damage. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any crits built in when he goes into his Giant Ape transformation. Typically, Giant Form units, Rage, whatever you want to call it, you do kind of want crits or additionals built in just to really bump your damage up, because just the damage by itself, it'll be good, but it's not going to be amazing, right? So right here, we're at 304k defense. I guess that's really not horrible, because again, you got to consider this guy is a very old unit, right? So we do have double support right here, and we have 4 out of 7 links active, but we've got the main links active, GT, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest, and Metamorphoses, which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, every single one of these links gives a lot of defense. So if you're thinking about link leveling a unit, obviously with this guy getting his EZA, he should definitely be on that list, because these are some very crucial links. Not only does obviously he have Big Bad Bosses, which you want to link level because of that, but all these other links are very important to having them link level 10. So definitely link level this unit. But anyway, 304k defense, definitely pretty alright, I guess. I mean, he's got a lot of support right here, so, keep that in mind. But I guess we can throw Hyper Metal Rildo in slot 1, and then we'll get a 24 key. I just hope he doesn't... Well, he's probably not going to kill, but I hope he doesn't die. I don't know, he seemed pretty low defensively. How much is he taking? Okay, double digits, so yeah, he should be fine. And then, yeah, he definitely won't kill, so... Yeah, I think the main thing with LR Baby right now, he just needs more of everything with his EZA, right? I mean, the stat buffs are kind of low. I would say give him some additionals, crits, or anything like that to make his damage good, because he doesn't have any of that built in. And he's got the Giant Ape transformation, which definitely is good for damage, but still, I don't know. They got to do a lot for him in that department. And then obviously with defense, I mean, I don't think just giving him base stat buffs is really going to help him defensively. I think you do need to give him some guard, some damage reduction, dodge, or anything like that. I don't care if there's a restriction behind it. Just make it good, obviously. And then I think this guy definitely could be very good. Because his passive is kind of short. Like, I guess we can show it really quick. It's not really the biggest, so it's kind of difficult to predict what he's actually going to do. Because he just has the start of turn attack and defense buff. And then the buff when there's a pure hybrid stance category enemy. So, you know, they could really do whatever with him, right? They could throw whatever they want into his kit. But I guess we can only hope that it would be actually good stuff like, you know, damage reduction, guard, dodge, additionals, crits, you know, anything like that. So, overall, I think this guy definitely does have potential. But, I don't know. You know, Dokkan is a little weird with their EZAs sometimes. But surely they won't fumble him because, as we already talked about, he is massively helping the game, right? He's a huge addition to a lot of these teams if he were to be good, right? So I guess we can showcase this rotation right here. We'll nuke with him. Yeah, big drop in our defense because obviously we did lose a lot of support. Now this guy's damage hasn't been that insane throughout the video, so I'm not expecting this to be that crazy, but still, you know, I'd like to see how much damage he does. Wow, really? Only 7 key spheres? Alright, yeah, we got to get a redo on that. Alright, so we're back in the Legendary Vegeta event. We're going to get 18 key spheres right here, so definitely a lot better than it was before. Now, in terms of what difficult event we're going to bring this guy in, I have no idea. I think we might actually do Red Zone Broly because, of course, he does have the extra 50% attack, so I guess, you know, there's that. And also, there is the STR phase, so we'll try and see how good he's tanking in there. We're at a 10.1 million attack stat. Not the worst. And if I'm being honest, I kind of like his animations. Like, it's not flashy or anything, and it's not really, like, you know, up-to-date, obviously, because it's a very old unit, but I don't know, something about his animation. It's very simple, and I just kind of like the way it looks. But anyway, with all that shown, I guess we can just go ahead and cut to the Red Zone Broly fight. I'm not expecting him to look that great in there, but if we can see him taking double digits from maybe the STR Red Zone Broly phases normals, I'll take it. Alright, so I figured I could just record the Giant Ape transformation because the condition behind it really isn't that good. Actually, it's kind of difficult to get. So you have a high chance to get it when your HP is 40% or less. Not really the best, right? You're not going to see that often. But I guess, you know, it's still good if you get it, right? Because it's some free turns of just doing damage and you take no damage. Now, I said this guy doesn't have any crits or additionals or anything like that built in. And he doesn't, but he does get an additional 1 key per key sphere obtained, which is very good for giant transformations or rage modes or whatever. Of course, that does really work out very well, getting extra key, because the main things you want to get extra key, and then you want to have like crits or additionals built in, right? One of those two things, or both of them actually, preferably. But I would say the most important thing probably would be key, so I guess it's good that he has that. And on his 18 key, he does greatly raise attack for 1 turn, so I guess if you want to build him full additionals, that's just another reason why it would help you to do that. Now, actually, I don't think I talked about that. I think you probably should prioritize additionals. Not really sure, obviously, what his EZA looks like yet, but I can only assume with his EZA, he's probably going to get defense on super, and if he does get defense on super, then going full additionals is probably the smartest way to have him built. So, okay, we do get 2 turns of it. I guess that's good. But in terms of what they can give him in his Giant Ape transformation with his EZA, I would say just give him like a 50% chance to crit. Maybe if they want to give him some additionals as well, they can. It's not necessary, but it still would help him out a lot. And also maybe make it to where he gets 2 key per key sphere obtained, because, I mean, I'm not getting the best key luck right here, but still you can see we're struggling to get a super off with him. 854k, yeah. So, I mean, that's why, dude, the giant transformations, or whatever, are very useful because, dude, just no damage whatsoever, and you can dish out so much damage. Because, dude, look at Orange Piccolo. Right? When you do the giant transformation, the amount of damage he's doing because of the built-in additionals, because of the key he gets, it just is so crazy, right? Because you're basically always guaranteed to get a super, because I think he gives himself 2 key per key sphere obtained. And then also with the additional, just built into his kit, dude, it starts to get very crazy. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the STR phase. I mean, I guess we could show this here, but I'm just going to spam items to survive it, so there's no real need in showing it. His defense, 252k. So it seems like that's what his defense is going to be around, under a 200% leader skill. Definitely solid, I guess, because, I mean, it's a semi-high number. But, I mean, again, with nothing built in to go alongside the defense, it definitely is a little lackluster. So with all that shown, let's just go ahead and cut to the STR phase. Alright, so we got a semi-decent rotation for Baby right here. We are going to have 4 out of 7 links, which, again, definitely is a good thing. You know, he links good with this Cooler, who obviously is a very top-tier unit. Probably one of the best extreme class units in the game right now, so him linking up well with him definitely is a good thing. We're at 197k defense, so we don't have any support. That's why defense did drop a bit. Now, I think we're fine in terms of normals. I think, well, when I say fine, I mean taking relatively low damage, not double digits. So, yeah, 21k. Not horrible, I guess, doing a 5 million attack stat too. I mean, we got type advantage right here, so that's mainly the reason we're not taking that much damage. I think a super would still absolutely destroy us, but I guess hopefully we can see. I don't know if I used the scouter, so I guess I probably did, and we're just not getting supered right here. But yeah, I mean, about 20k per normal. You know, is what it is, kind of what I expected, not really tanking that well. If we threw him in the final phase, he would get absolutely obliterated. I mean, I guess we could just keep on just going in the event until we get there, and if we die, we just die. But I don't know, man. Yeah, Baby definitely isn't the best. You can't really run him in difficult events right now. Maybe in Super 17, he'll work somewhat good, but even that first phase with the two 17s, right, they're going to destroy him. So it really just depends on where you bring him, and if you get lucky with having him in, like, you know, the 7th slot and just babying him throughout the whole fight. But if he gets, like, locked in slot 1 or anything, you're just completely dead. So majority of the time, you can't really run him in difficult events, but if you get really lucky with rotations and stuff like that and where the enemy's attacking, you might be able to get away with it. So, okay, actually, I hope we just kill right here, because actually we did a lot of damage to Broly. I guess Cooler got lucky with additionals and stuff like that. And then we can show Baby fighting the final phase, because, you know, he's going to take a lot of damage there. I'm talking like 200k per normal. If he's taking 20k from, you know, this guy, I mean, dude, he's going to get obliterated. Yeah, Cooler should be able to kill. Actually, you know what? Let's pop this active skill. I haven't played this in a while, and the animation is really good. Alright, so as long as we don't get supered like first thing, we should be fine, because this Cooler has not stacked at all. As you see, his defense is like 200k, so he's going to get obliterated if we get supered, and even these normals are going to do some damage, but surely, we're fine, won't get supered, and then we can show, okay, Baby tanking in the next phase. So, okay, we're going to kill, but still that was a lot of damage. That's about how much damage I'm expecting Baby to take from Broly. I mean, you know, it's just, you know, the type advantage was really all we had going for us, and now that that's gone, I don't know, man. We'll see, right? We'll see. We got a lot of support on this rotation. We've got the Hyper Metal Rildo, so, you know, it's a good setup for him. We're at 250k defense, basically. We're going to get a 24 key super, got a lot of AGL key spheres, so, I mean, let's just see. I mean, you know, if he starts taking 500k per normal, you know, it is what it is. Oh, we're getting, okay, we're getting supered first thing, too. Alright, how much damage is this going to do? I'm going to guess, I'm going to say 800k. Or 900k. Okay, well, hey, I was close. I mean, kind of close. 956k, yeah, I mean, dude, with his EZA, again, he needs some guard damage reduction, something like that, because just a base stat buff, I don't really think is going to do it. So, I guess with all that shown, we can just go and cut to the unit breakdown. Overall, he performed alright, you know, it's about what I expected. Alright, so here we have LR Super Baby 2 Giant Ape. So starting off with his leader skill, it is Artificial Life Forms category Ki +4, HP and attack and defense plus 130%, or Extreme AGL type Ki +4, HP and attack and defense plus 100%. This is just going to go up to 150% with his EZA. His passive is that he gets 3 Ki, 100% attack and defense. He gets 3 Ki and 50% attack when there's a Pure Sands category enemy, and then he gets the exact same buff if there's a Hybrid Sands category enemy. I would say just make this 100% attack and defense, and then same thing right here. You can keep it at 3 Ki, you know, you can keep these restrictions the exact same. Just give him 100% attack and defense on both of these buffs. And then, of course, he does turn into Giant Ape when conditions are met. So, not the worst condition for this again. We already went over it. It's kind of rough. Where is it? Has a high chance to do it, yeah, when HP is 40% or less. So, you know, because if you're below 40% HP, it's alright, because then you'll get this, and then you don't got to worry about taking that much damage, because you don't take any damage when you're in Giant Ape mode. So, it's not the worst, but I don't know, man. 40% HP still is pretty low. But I guess, again, still good he has it. His super attack effects on his 12 key is that he causes colossal damage to enemy and then lowers attack. His 18 keys, he causes mega colossal damage and then lowers attack and defense. Good for Super Battle Road, I guess, but again, with his EZA, you need some defense here. And then his link set is Thirst for Conquest, Metamorphosis, Big Bad Bosses, GT, Hatred of the Sands, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power. Already talked about his link set, definitely very good. Categories are Artificial Life Forms, Giant Form, Transformation Boost, Grade 8 Power, Corroded Body and Mind, Final Trump Card, GT Bosses, Space Traveling Warriors, Revenge, Target Goku, Terrifying Conquerors, Inhuman Deeds, and then Battle of Fate. So we already kind of mentioned this, but again, a lot of these categories aren't the best, so if he gets a good EZA, definitely will be very useful. And then when you do turn into your Giant Ape, you do get, one Keeper Geezer obtained, and then that's it. That's pretty much it with this kit, right? You just get an additional 1 key. You do get 50% attack, too, on your 18 key super. And then that's it. Yeah. So, obviously, they got a lot of work to do with the Giant Ape transformation. Honestly, they got a lot of work to do just with this guy overall because, very short passive. But I definitely think the potential is there. Again, he's on some really bad teams, so if he does get a semi-decent EZA, he's definitely going to help the game out a lot, and I mean it, like a lot. So that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you want his EZA to look like down in the comments, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.